Hello all, this is Zimdala coming at you with another adventure in Demise, Rise of the Kutan. We're going to be continuing another little adventure in this. We had just made it back from a pretty crazy thing. We gotten something new called the Charm Bracelet, and it was saying something about blessings, so... There were a couple things I was going to try with this, like... Now when I get new items, I'm going to try to use them, and... It just says it has to be unequipped. Oh, this thing has something to do with Blessings of Morash? I wonder if this can free up like inventory slots, or if it can actually give us other abilities to add stuff. So, what happens if I use this? Oh, it says it had to be unequipped, right? Oh. Oh. So if I unequip these, and I use it, they get put into it? Huh. Now, does that let me put on my other stuff? No, it does not actually let me wear that as well. So it is important to note that this doesn't let me use that artifact. So that could be a minor issue if I wanted to do this with this character. So some things I don't know about this is if it lets me use more than 5, but I'm gonna think not, so maybe it's just a way to free up inventory slots for a character. Well, on that, we're not really starving for these things, so what I can do is actually give it to another character and just move some blessings over. We could just like swap who's doing it. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what that does for us otherwise. Like, it didn't seem like it's a stat difference. It gives us nothing else going on that I could tell. It's just like an inventory save, maybe. Now, we got that as a reward for that last quest. So our next quest is to do Pilly's. We have to find Pilly's companion and bring back something useful. Now we had a water area we got into, and it might be in that area, but it might also not be in that area, because that kind of just feels like the way we had to go to get out anyway, you know? It might be completely unrelated. I did notice that final teleporter acted differently when we had that equipped, so... That definitely is something we're going to have to investigate. Okay. So I don't know where we're gonna go specifically, but I've got some ideas. Like, it's probably in a water area, maybe. So I think one of the places we're gonna look is maybe where all these quests started us, which was going to that place that Dog told us about. So let's take this trip over here to where Boris was. And let's not fight Boris. That doesn't seem like a very smart idea. You know? Is this the way to get to where we want? It might be. Yeah, I think this is the way I want to go. We already know we can make it up to that room to get out up in the top left corner. So, we're not trapped here like we once might have been. And our resistances are better. We've got more options. I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna go check out that water area on the right and see if there's something we can do now. See if things are different. Oh, baby. Get over here, you jackasses. They're not even the dangerous ones. They're just annoying. Yeah, there was a water area on the right over here that we can check out. So, we'll see if, because I think there was a spot that we couldn't get into. Oh, it's these things. Yeah, that figures. Yeah, if this doesn't end up leading to anything, it's okay. I'll just take this as a level up time. So much smash and smash. Well, I can't say they're not good experience. I guess that's true. We could just come in here? Okay, maybe I just won't even fight those things. I forget if I came in. I think I would have mapped it properly if I could have. Maybe I can get in here now and I couldn't before. Would make sense if quests are opening up new areas, though. Hard to say what unlocks what. But I remember when we came here first, it said we couldn't get in here. So I was gonna come back here and try this anyway. What are you? Oh! Huh. This could be something. This is a named monster. Let's put this on. Let's see if this makes a difference. Let's talk. What? Your soul will be ours. What? That's very unusual. Oh. Well, this time they joined me. That's interesting. Oh. We can't go out that way. Well, I guess we're in for an adventure. Oh, well, maybe this goes where we want to. Oh. Well, I'm not sure exactly where we are, but you know, this looks like the Dragon Palace. It looks a lot like we have to fight things, maybe. Well, actually, it's not making me fight those. Maybe I don't have to. But the first order of business is find out where we are. Oh, we're right here. Well, I hope that they don't run away. That would be very unfortunate. History of the Empire. Well, they're not fighting me, which I like. Want to fight these. Doesn't look like it's giving me much choice though, so let's push our way through. Try to get to that guy before it runs away. I mean, on a positive note, at least it's not hard to get to that, and it takes us right here. I didn't expect it to be something that convenient. You would make me fight a bunch more, wouldn't you? Oh well, it died, but you know what? Might be a blessing in disguise. Now it can't get more angry and try to run away. And at least it's small enough to carry. Another room we don't have to fight in. Another room I don't have to fight in. Hmm. Well, we're getting some rooms that we don't have to fight in, which is nice. Alright, it's actually this way. Let's resurrect our friend. Greetings once again. The princess seems a little stressed. You have done so much. You are getting noticed. You must be very... Oh, right. She just says you have to be careful. It's her friend we need to talk to. Where's your friend? No, seriously, where was your friend? Huh. Did it just not respawn? Is that what happened? Did I end up with a glitch? Now that would be a little unfortunate if true. Oh, wait, maybe it's in this room. Maybe it's in this room. No, it's not. Huh. Yeah, I think it's just not spawned. Okay. Well, there's a couple of ways we could deal with this. We could just take Pilly back to town and put it in confinement. Until we can do this. It also seems likely we could just get another one of their friends by just talking to them with this quest open. Oh, there's gonna be a whole bunch of these guys all over the place. Pain in the frickin' ass. Well, has a decent chance of killing that thing. But, you know, maybe it won't. Maybe it's immune to it. There are other options I could do in which I could have, I get one of those life domination things, and just life dominate it and have it with me. That way it can't run away. I just don't have Magi on my character, so they can't do it directly. Oh yeah, they're these guys. Yeah, just a bunch of elementals isn't so bad. We can break through this. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, we did find this sword. I think we found one before, actually. That's not incredibly new. Alright, we did get some gold, didn't we? What is this? So we can't sell it. Well, we've completed it. Alright, well let's talk to him. Let's see what we get. Well, it took my item. Well, that's weird. Maybe it's because I had it was on me still. So I guess we didn't properly complete it. Well, that's weird. Well, hmm. Alright, well now it won't run away. It's also not incredibly strong, which is a different thing. I'm curious about it. Tell me what you got. I don't know if we can get it to join again. That's why. Well, we're probably just gonna have to dink around for a while until that area actually repopulates, so I guess we're gonna just go off and explore some more. I guess we could go try to get another one of those books. Maybe it'll respawn because it got taken from us. It's probably a quest item. Oh, you look like an alligator. That's cute. Now, because of what happened, we can actually probably just get back to that place where the book was and try again, just by going the same way we did. Like, it's still cleared. Let's just go back over there. Let's, go through that teleporter. We don't have to fight to do it either. Huh. I suppose I don't mind killing these monsters along the way, though. No harm, no foul. also don't have to keep it alive either. I just have to have it with us. This works out fine too. I feel like this is glitched. Like, it took it from me. I might have to reset that file again to fix that. Yeah, we can't go into the side rooms. It's not going to let us do that. Well, I guess I'm going to do that, because I don't want to have to undo this multiple times. Alright, you're still here. Yep, give me a few moments, I will solve this. Alright, with any luck that will fix our problem. Don't want us to have a problem due to it bugging the heck out and deleting our items, so we can't do quests, so we're not going to let that happen. So I got us another copy of the quest item. We do still have to wait for Pilly to respawn. It should take anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, usually. But with any luck, it will be something that happens without any trouble. Yeah, see, it won't let us back in that room. Yeah, but I guess since we figured out what we need to do, we're free to pretty much do whatever we want to until we, can get in there. Where are you guys all in this room? is good experience. So, can't argue with results. Yeah, see, it's not here, so... Ah, heck, I'll bite. Where does this teleporter go? Oh, wait, we can walk through these teleporters? What? Huh. That's weird. Must have something to do with that artifact. Oh. Never been in here. Huh. That doesn't really do anything for us, but that's cute. That is cute. Yeah, we'll just have to keep checking back, and then eventually we might be able to turn this quest in. Alright, so I guess that means we just wander around till we pin. It is true that we still have plenty of things to explore on this side of the world. You still only explored about maybe half the city. Oh, some of these places didn't respond either. That's probably related to Pilly not properly responding either. Yeah, it's just unluckiness. It does fix itself. You just kind of gotta let the regeneration figure life out. If you go through and enter all the rooms, it will remember that there are rooms to fill. Alright, there was this place, wasn't there? Well, we are gonna probably have someone pinned soon, so we're probably gonna end up turning around and solving that, but we can at least get a foothold in this area. Oh, that's more snakes. It sure is. That does get someone pinned. I guess we'll come back for it. At least put our foot in the doorway. Wait, did that let me gain 4 levels? Am I correct? Am I tripping? Can I gain 4 levels now? Can I now store a 4th level? What? When did that happen? If so, that's absolutely crazy. I'll take it though. I mean, less time spent pinned is better. Make sure we keep this clear. Oh, wait a second. I can just get more of those charm bracelets? It's not a unique item? Oh, it's just an accessory. Well, that's cool, so at least I can get more of them. I thought it might have been a unique item. Okay, so there's a couple ways we could get to where we want to. I mean, it's probably still clear. I'll take the road while I can. Oh, are you just not aggressive to us? Oh, you don't start on Boris's square, you start somewhere similar, close though. Oh, this place respond. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with it. I thought we could just sneak back over there without having to fight. You know, having to fight's not so bad either. Not like anything was dangerous to us. What are you? Could we not hit it? Huh. Well, we don't need to fight it either. If it keeps throwing all these big groups of easy enemies at us, we're gonna be pinned in no time again. Oh yeah, it says it has the obsidian, and yep, it does sound like that would be what it's telling us. So if I had remembered the flavor text, that would have told us that that was exactly where we had to go. I was just guessing originally. If it wasn't this, I was gonna go poke around that water area more. And we will go back there. Might as well clear the room. Not get beaten up too much. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, let's get recasted. Lots of people are attacking. Alright, those guys would be... Alright. I don't anticipate you're gonna live, but you can certainly try.
Cool.
Oh yeah, they definitely did not survive, but it's okay, we're carrying one of them. It'll still go into storage. can't argue with the results. This is really good gold, too. Well, the initial mobs have started respawning. Okay, no, he's alive now. Okay. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay, let's resurrect it. The deep voice in your head resounds overjoyed. Sina, my sister, you have found her. It has been too long, but together we can find the means to return to our own world. Good. We did that. Phew. That should be the next part of the quest. I'm glad it actually respawned properly. I was a little concerned when it didn't properly respawn the first time. I'm gonna clear this room just so the princess comes back in case we need her again. Yeah, I do think we've increased the cap on how much experience we can get. I think we might have, because like... Huh, that's a lot of experience needed, which would make more sense if it was for even more levels. Huh. That's a very interesting reward. I like it. I also like that we don't need to try to keep that companion. Because like if our character had died, we would have lost the companion. That would have been mildly inconvenient. Would have delayed things. Yeah, I don't think we can open that, unfortunately. I'm just surprised that they took the item that we needed for the quest without actually finishing the quest. Like, Ashir just told me it couldn't take it. But I consider that a mild bug. Oh yeah, let me.
Bye-bye. Cool.
No, that's right, we were considering exploring that other corridor. We can do that until we pin. Yeah, let's go back to it. I'd appreciate it if you didn't critical hit me. Alright, it was back through here. That's right. This may not actually lead to anything. We're gonna try to map it. It might just also loop back into itself too. There were a lot of tunnels under here. Alright, let's see what you are. Are you snakes? Well, you are, but you're not the Death Adders. You're paralyzed though, which is a little annoying. Oh, more of these guys. Not very dangerous. Oh, well, this is a hole. Overseer. There's not much to oversee these days since the Underwelton took most of our charges by force. Building an army, I hear I don't want any part of that. Yeah, so this is telling me that that right there is a drop off in the middle. That sounds potentially dangerous. I want to do that when I have a quest to turn in, but we're going to keep that in mind. Why did you refill behind us? Gross. There's also a chance that it's not too deep to get out of, but I'm not taking that risk right now. One, we have a lot of gold. Two, we've got a quest to turn in. And three, we're almost pinned. So, I want to get trapped somewhere with nothing gained out of it. I'm going to go on a big adventure like that. I'm going to go in on a fresh run. So even if we die, we at least get XP out of it.
Cool.
I think it's a really weird choice that there's all these solo spellcasters. It makes them pretty easy to kill, and I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, you guys. I don't actually need to kill them, though. We've killed plenty of them. That actually hit us pretty hard. Ah, it's a little room. Doesn't seem to have much going on. Hmm. Weird. Fair enough. Well, we're probably gonna have to fight our way out too anyway, so I might as well start moseying back. They already partially respawned up above, so I imagine the escape's also gonna be somewhat respawned. I see those snakes. You're not gonna fool me. They're on the floor below us, so we don't have to fight those ones. You wanna join us? Nope, you sure didn't. Take it out on your friends, I guess. Alright, doesn't look like there's any of the really tough tengus or whatnot, so at least we don't have to worry about getting stoned on the way in. Death adders. I don't hear snakes. Oh, it was snakes, but there wasn't a lot of them. see the Tengus just chilling out, but we don't have to fight them, so they can live their best life over there. Alright, we got a friend pinned. Let's return. Well, if you're not gonna fight us, you're not gonna fight us, so... Works for me. Okay, let's see what we get for this. Three levels on you. One level. 2 level. 3 level. Yep, we can do 4 levels now on one charge. I like it. Alright, so let's see if we can properly complete this quest. Back at the tavern, to a warm welcome from Megan, and a sarcastic remark from the magistrate. Perhaps as we're now done with animal welfare, we can now get back to the task at hand. You summarize what you've learned about the Empire in the war room. You hand the historian the tome you found. Perhaps you can decipher this? After enjoying a refreshing Little Princess ale with a country baked schnook pie, you retire for an early night. It is a quiet, sober, and grave-faced group that awaits for you in the snug the next day. The historian speaks. I have been able to translate some of the archaic texts, but much remains that I do not understand. There are references to Lemurians and Ancient Ones, the Underwelton, which are dragon-kind, but not as we know them. Some are described as skilled as in shapeshifting. They have all the magic arts we know, and many we don't. They can likely move amongst us without our knowledge. In fact, I fear that Maruk may be one of them. He pauses. Of all things to find, used as a bookmark in the text you found was an IOU to the crossed swords, and recent. For some reason, he glowers at Tarnon. The magistrate sums up. You must return to where you found this book and explore further. Seek information from those you meet, and return if you find confirmation of Maruk's whereabouts or the presence of Lemurians in the depths. Well, we found Lemurians. Well, I guess we already did this. I guess we can just do it. Weeks have passed since you were tasked with finding more leads to the whereabouts of the villainous Maruk. When you do return to the Crossed Swords, it is a disheartened group that awaits you. Reports of missing adventurers and troop losses have been increasing. There is a sense of gloom everywhere. The obvious relief at your return scarcely compensates. You explain that you were captured, managed to escape barely, but that you have no good news and only a discovery that the Lemurians were once established in the deepest region close to the Draconians that are known as the Unterwelten. I don't know how I solved this one, to be honest. Maybe it glitched. They just told me it was complete, so I said okay. After weeks of meager fare, anything on the menu would have been a welcome change, but the special of the day was a most delectable Dejanol stew, which paired nicely with a nice new brew, the Garrick's Memorial Stout. As a result of your discoveries, the Lost Lemurian has joined your group on a rare visit to town. He knows more than you expected about the Underwelton Empire and its ancient folk. lore relating to betrayal, theft of Lemurian property, seizure of a holy place, a sea monster unleashed, and other reasons for the Lemurian diaspora. Ultimately, he concurs that Maruk is your priority. You have an impossible task ahead of you, though. You will need to obtain the permission of both the Emperor and the Empress of the Underwelton in order to be able to access Maruk's private quarters. As Maruk is their trusted advisor, be aware that they control any access to that devil spawn. Well, I'm not sure at all how this works, so that's gonna be an adventure. There were rooms we couldn't go into in there. What I will say is that our HP is getting pretty decent. We're up to a max of over 1400. So I suspect we're getting pretty close to getting to the end of the quest line. I think I heard that 1500 is the max. If so, I actually had suspected that we'd have to be significantly higher level than this to get this far. So either I just built my team really well or got really lucky, but I don't know. Or maybe you just reach max HP long before you finish the quest line. I'm not sure what the answer is. Now let us cleanse our inventory. Huh. Alright, let's drop off our goods. Let's see what's going on in here. Yeah, so if we go and fight on 40, we could potentially get another charm bracelet. That's something to keep in mind for the future. But yeah, I'm actually probably gonna call this here. That was a decently long little adventure. And we got another couple quests done. I only thought we were gonna get that first one done. I guess something like I suspect that going to that ancient city, underwater city thing is probably what triggered that. But I just have no idea. I did spend time talking to most of the monsters that we met though. That wasn't super obvious, but I did try talking to most of them, so maybe something we talked to them about at some point had triggered it. But yeah, thanks y'all for watching, and we will continue this, of course. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye, y'all.